Good evening, everyone. We'll be starting in a few moments from now. Thank you so much for joining.
Bisa. there is music.
Hello, hello everyone. Good evening. Are you hearing me? Mic check. Do you hear me? Okay, I see one person with a thumbs up.
Yes,
The
we
rest
do.
of you can hear me? Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, we can.
All right. Thank you so much, Fiona. Great. Thank you for sparing some time to join us this evening. I'll kind of request that we mute if you're not speaking. Thank you so much. Yeah, so thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining in. I hope you guys are really ready for the session, the second Q&A session we are having prior to the start of the Alpha Techie course, the foundations program. More or less a very good foundation for you when it comes to getting your foot into the world of technology, most specifically web development and software engineering. So I thank you so much for, turning up, and I just hope that you'll get answers to the questions that you have. So I believe that many of you on the call are those that haven't maybe had a little bit of introduction about what the course is all about. And I believe that you being on this call, it's just really um, shows that you have or need a bit of clarity on what the program is going to be all about. So I thank you so much for coming, and I hope that you will get the answers to your questions. And also thank you so much for your interest in the program. Yeah, thank you so much for taking up this opportunity. So before I proceed, just want to again make sure everyone hears me. So with the thumbs up, we have emojis at the bottom, with Zoom. Your sound is low on my end. Is that true for everyone? Is my sound low for all of you? Someone says my sound is low. Is that true?
I think I can hear you well.
Okay. Okay, sound is good here. All right, I think, okay, who doesn't hear me? Bahati doesn't hear me. Okay, that's strange. I don't know how I can increase this. Okay, let me pull it to 100. Is that much better? Bahati? Okay, hopefully that's much better. Okay,
It's fine.
it's fine. All right, thank you so much. So, just once again, to make sure everyone can hear me, if you can't use an emoji, just throw something in the chat. Just say you can hear me in the chat. Just want to confirm everyone can hear me. If you can't use it, just drop it in the chat so that I can know that you're all hearing me. Once again, repeat, in case you're not speaking, it will be good to have your microphone muted so that we don't have any background noise. Okay, thank you so much for those that have given me those updates. It's good to know that I'm being heard. All right, so I won't waste a lot of time. I'll jump into the very essence of the session, which is basically to share with you about the Alpha Techie course that you all enrolled for or applied for, and are soon to get confirmations about your scholarship, whether you've gotten that scholarship, whether you're qualified to be part of the program. We'll be sending you, yeah, we'll be sending you confirmatory emails so that you guys can, know that you're actually now in this thing. Okay, so I'm going to start off by just sharing a little bit about the program, and then we can jump straight into the Q&A session. I hope that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen as I did earlier so that we can proceed. So if you have any questions, feel free to either spare those for later or you can drop them in the chat as I do share about the program. So we'll start off with just a little bit about who we are, and we'll go straight into the Alpha Techie course, what that's about, and then we'll jump into the Q&A session, and then I'll just share with you some things that you need to take note of, and then we'll close off our session. So I don't want to keep you guys here very long. I want us to, complete by, if possible, 7. But I won't stop if at all there are any other questions. If there are any questions as we proceed, please feel free to ask. I would want that we have all questions answered. I think you very well know that this program starts on the 7th of May, which will be Tuesday next week. I believe Tuesday or Wednesday. It must be, yeah, it's Tuesday next week. Sorry about that. So as we prepare ourselves for that date, it would be really good to have your questions answered so that we start off without any issues. So I'll start off with who we are as the Kanzu Code Foundation. So Kanzu Code Foundation is our entity here in Uganda, East Africa. In case you're not familiar with Uganda, just look on your map, Africa, the east of Africa, we have that little country there. Yeah, so we are a company that is really passionate about skill development, especially in technology, and not just skill development, but empowering the youth with digital skills that allow them to be in position to, have an impact in the spaces where they are, community, in your business, in your whichever place you can actually use technology. The good thing with technology can be used in all spheres of life. You just need to look at how best to position yourself to do that. But anyway, so in summary, I would say we discover people that are, interested in technology, and then later look at developing their talent, through our programs and deploying them into the tech ecosystem. So what discovering is through programs such as this, the Alpha Techie course, where we get to say, okay, guys, who is interested in technology, come let us tell you a little bit about it. Are you convinced? If you're convinced, then we go, take you through the program where we develop your skill sets and also your tool set so that you're equipped to, be in position to contribute. Sorry, I'll have to meet some people. So to be in position to contribute in whichever way you can, And then deploying, that would mean that we're looking at getting you opportunities after the program. Now, for you at this case, or at this stage of our process, so if you go through the Alpha Techie course and complete, we may not be in position to deploy you yet, because we believe there is a little bit more or much more that you would need to learn in order to be in position to be ready, be job ready. Okay, ready. Sorry, I'll keep reminding you. Please just mute. So to be job ready. So we have other programs. You can check out our website, and one is front-end development, the other is back-end. We also do have project management and WordPress and others in the pipeline. So through those, you're able to get equipped and are basically ready to take on those opportunities that we avail you with at the end. And these opportunities really come from the Kanzu Code team. I don't know if you do know, but Kanzu Code Foundation is one organization that was birthed by a company called Kanzu Code. And at Kanzu Code, they do a lot of software development, and we've had alumni of ours get into those spaces. Most of them are, at least the highest we have there is currently mid-level developers and junior developers as well. But then also project managers that have come from the programs that we offer that are actually working with Kanzu Code. But then there are also others that get to be placed in organizations that are not necessarily Kanzu Code, but are either within Kampala, Uganda, or outside Uganda. So it's an interesting thing for us. It's really an encouragement to continue looking for, that is, discovering talent, because the talent is there, and then going on to develop them through our accelerated immersive tech training programs, and later looking at how we can connect them for work. So that is Kanzu Code Foundation. And I really, really thank you so much for having that interest in being part of one of the programs we're offering, which is the Alpha Techie course. So our mode of learning, I just want to share a little bit about this before we can proceed. So I got a number of questions in my inbox. I got a number of questions that I saw through the form. Many of you, as you applied, you did ask a number of questions. And so I want to answer some of those questions through this slide, and that is the mode of learning. So we do hybrid kind of learning, whereby you have physical and online classes. It's a blend of both. And the idea is you get the best of both worlds. Many people got so much attached to online learning from that time of COVID, and they find it so comfortable doing it that way. And so that's why we have this option. But then also, we also have it in mind that physical engagements are really powerful because you get instant feedback, and it's just so nice to build that rapport with your classmates, with your teaching assistants, and each and everyone in the program, and just have that holistic growth in your skill set. So it's practical, I must say. We don't do too much of theory. It's more practical. So as you go through the program, yes, you will have sessions where you learn, but the learning will also be through doing, and we very much encourage it because um, you just need to get your hands, dirty. I wouldn't say dirty, but you need to be active, or be a doer of what you actually receive. You won't learn through just, writing notes or cramming them. I don't think you will see that anywhere, especially when you choose to be a technologist. You won't do that. You'll be more or less practicing what you see, practicing what you learn. And also through engagement, we encourage peer learning a lot because we know some of you that have joined the program have a little bit of experience or a lot of experience, and some of you perhaps don't have any experience at all. So we do believe that by you guys harnessing this thing called peer learning, you actually get the most out of the program as well. And if you know something, it's really good to share. Yeah, actually, it's very well known that once you share what you know, you learn better. Why? As you share, your brain is trying as much as possible to deliver what you know out. And if something is missing, you feel you can't explain it well, it sometimes means you didn't understand it properly. So by you looking at ways of expressing what you know, and maybe when you find that there's a knowledge gap somewhere as you shared with somebody, you go back and do your revision, do your practice, and come back and do it well. That helps you understand the concepts very well. So you'll also get to collaborate with others, get to work with them through projects. At your level here, the collaboration won't be so intense. You have only 4 weeks. The Alpha Techie course is only 4 weeks. So you may not get as much collaboration as you want or you would love, but we'll try as much as possible to just show you or give you such an experience. And then real world projects. We'll be building projects that are not just, um, stuff that you are learning, we call them Hello World projects. You'll actually be attempting projects that would actually serve actual clients or customers. We very much encourage, yeah, we very much encourage students in our programs to not just think of building or having knowledge of technology, or that digital skill, but then also how do you build or find a solution create a solution with what you've learned. And sometimes solutions don't have to be, oh, okay, how do I code this using this? How do I code this? Solution begins with how do you problem solve? How do you look at a problem, or even how do you identify problems and find solutions to them? Finding a solution isn't just by, oh, I dreamt I have a solution, let's do this. No, it's through interaction with the person who has a problem, understanding their pain points, looking at the different people that can help in, coming up with making your solution work. And solution starts from just the processes, yeah. And eventually what we hope to do is through the technology that you've learned, you're able to create a solution, or sorry, you're able to automate that solution, that process, that you came up with. So the key thing there, I think, would be problem solving. As long as you know how to do problem solving, it becomes so much easier for you to use technology to automate those solutions you have come up with. And the beauty about coding and technology, or thinking as a computer scientist, as some people would say, is it actually transcends also in other aspects of your life. Yeah. So you're able to, do your stuff more systematically and look at how best you can actually leverage what you have to find solutions to common problems. Yeah. So common problems won't need very complicated solutions. It's just how you think about them. So your problem solving ability. Pre-recorded material. So you are a big class. Many of the people that haven't joined this evening were with us last Friday. And being a big class of over 100, and you're all in the same session, like now you're over 36, you're on this call listening to me. It's very easy to get distracted. Yeah. It's very easy not to pick something. You're online, network issues, maybe you'll get interrupted by somebody in your space or current environment. So it's very likely that you may not get the most out of the program. And so, with our mode of learning, we are purposing, or we purpose to share with you pre-recorded material so that you go through it before we have classes. So let's say imagine today was class. So you would have to ensure that before class today, that is, let's say if um you've received the content for today, you go through it and also do the assignment attached to it, because obviously there will always be those assignments we attach. For every set of material we give you, will require that you do the assignment. It won't be very big. Won't ask you to build the next the next Facebook and share it the next class. No, it will be small assignments so that you're able to realize small granular wins, yeah, each and every step of your learning journey. Because if you win today by doing something and it works, you feel encouraged to push on. You feel that success, you feel that sense of progress, and feel that sense of progress, and yeah, you're encouraged to continue. So whenever that material is given, assignments, yeah, please, now that you know, it will be very important for you to just comply and do it. It's for your own good. Okay, so just want to share with you now the curriculum for you to go through, just in case you didn't see it. And then I'll take you to the learner part, and then we can jump into the questions that you might be having. So I'm going to first exit and then go to our curriculum. So just a summary of this is just an outline. There's a little bit more that we didn't share in this document, but it's really around all these modules, right? I know some of you had asked, okay, are we going to learn Python? Are we going to learn JavaScript? Are we going to learn? I don't know. You guys are really familiar with that stuff, right? So I'm very, very happy to hear when some of you share that, oh, what is the technology? What are we going to learn? It's really interesting that at least you know something. Yeah. But as we did mention, it's the Alpha Techie course. It's a beginner program, and Python, JavaScript. Trust me, if we start sharing it, many of you will regret why you joined the program. Yeah, it's not a very easy thing to start with, especially if you've not had that a little bit of experience or exposure. But what we do is we build you up slowly, give you that little, we start with how do you call it? The milk, yeah? You don't start a baby on solid food. So we start with the milk, the soft food, yeah? And then eventually we give you the solid food, yeah? And that is where you start, oh, my tooth is hot. So I bit something hard. Yeah, it's difficult. Now it's crazy. But the good thing, you have begun from a good foundation, understood the fundamentals, and it will help you push on. So we'll start off with the computer science fundamentals. I think what I haven't shared, I think maybe Tuesday when we have our first session, I'll I'll make sure I do share maybe the no, we'll share with you a document, yeah, with everything in detail, because it's just an outline, the things we don't put here, but you will actually experience through the program. So computer science fundamentals, maybe just from the top of my head, I would say you get to, because we understand not everyone's at the same level, yeah, and within the program, I want you guys, or we want you guys to be open-minded. Sometimes you come and you're like, we know this stuff. Could we get to the real stuff? You know, Roland, let's get to the real stuff already. Why are we taking so much time on this? Let's build that foundation. Let's make sure you know, because truth be told, as you continue down the program, you will realize, oh, I actually didn't know this. What is DNS? What's a name server? You know, what's a web server? I don't care as long as I know my HTML and CSS. No, it's very important for you to know, because you can actually just connect the dots and things make a lot of sense for you. So we'll start off with the computer science fundamentals, just get to know stuff to do with software, hardware, understand how that thing called the computer works, understand what programming languages are, understand what software is, the kinds of software, understand the internet, understand the web development in general, look at things big picture so that you're able to appreciate everything. I mean everything. Then we'll jump into the introduction to web development. Here you'll get to learn the building blocks, the basic building blocks of web development. And when I say web development, yes, I mean you developing software for the web or on the web. When I say web, you guys do know what the web is, right? The World Wide Web, you know, this whole information system that allows us to share information across the globe. You access most of the information through websites, through web applications. You guys have heard about that stuff, you know, google.com or cancercodefoundation.org. All these details perhaps you know about us, you found on the internet because you visited what we call a website. So we'll get to look at such things and how we build them, and we'll start off with the basic building blocks. So we'll look at HTML, we'll look at CSS, understand that stuff, and then we'll also help you just think about how you design your user interfaces, yeah, because as a web developer, you're building things that I did mention for, in the end, you need to also know how to build, you know, solutions or web applications that would be used by somebody, not just for you to have in your computer and be happy, but how do you design software that would be used by somebody? What principles do you need to put in mind? We look at things like service design. We look at things like human-centered design. You look at things like, you know, UI, UX design, so that you understand why it is or why it means to have projects developed and the user will be like, wow, I love it. Then you will jump into content management systems. And the reason why we want to take you through this is because there are numerous content management systems that are powering a number of websites, web applications in the world. And the most popular content management system is WordPress. That has over 56% market share in the world. That means that most of the websites you'll visit on the internet are actually built using that content management system. It's a very powerful way for you to actually get ready or start. If at all you want to, you know, have opportunities for work, it's a very easy tool to start with and get projects developed, you know, for your clients. Yeah, we'll at the end of the program talk about how you also deal with clients. But yeah, ideally the whole thing here is just for you to get your feet wet and be prepared to move on and even learn a lot more. So it's not like the final program and say, oh, at the end, I'm going to be a guru, I'm going to be getting this job. No, I, I won't lie you. I don't want to come and lie you and say, finish and you get a job. You are most likely not going to get it. Yeah. Yeah. So it's about building your skills. So WordPress, we'll be looking at that. And when we are done with that, it will be very important for you. I think you guys recall I mentioned real world projects. So as you go through the program, some of you have businesses, right? Or your family has a business. Your friend has a business. Your friend has a school, a bakery. Uh, I don't know. Think of any business or think of anything that someone is doing in your circle, or even you. Can you create a website for it? Yeah, that's what we'll be looking at. Can you create a website for it? And not just think, oh, I think they'll need this. No, we want you to go interact with them, even though it's just 1 hour. Just talk to them. And what we want you to present to us is what you have gotten as requirements. Yeah. What do they need? What would they prefer? What would they want to see have be on their website? Yeah. And then we'll work together with you to make that a reality. Right. And we want to see you happy that you've delivered something at the end of the program. Not just, oh, I finished and it's great. I have this certificate. So, guys, I need a job. No, 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 no. You need to be able to do something. So we want to give you that starting point. So when you're done and you may be like, oh, Roland, Cancer Code Foundation do you guys have any other programs? Yeah, I will say yes. And if you're interested, you can join us for more advanced concepts. We don't look at only the technical skills. We'll also be looking at soft skills. And we'll be running a series of dev info sessions on a number of subjects. Yesterday, we began our first, so we didn't have to wait for you guys to start 7th. So we began our first session yesterday. I don't know if any of you managed to attend. Did any of you attend yesterday's session? I don't know if you know about it. Any of you managed to attend? Let me just get.
Yeah, I was around
Mm,
yesterday. Yeah.
okay. One person attended. Okay, that's good. Okay, if there are others, thank you so much. But those that attended, at least I hope you are blessed by what you received from that session. So we are also planning to have many others. Most likely we'll be having one every week because you guys have 4 weeks, so we want to make the most of your time here. Now, this is just a summary of what we shall be rotating around. So the sessions that we'll be having on Thursdays, it will either be Zoom or Twitter Spaces or LinkedIn Spaces. We'll be rotating around some of these things, leadership skills, career development, effective communication, collaboration with others. How do you gather requirements for a project? How do you just make sure that you manage that project once you get it? Or even how do you just, sometimes you can volunteer and just support in managing people's projects. And through that, you know how things are done. Eventually, you can do it yourself. And boom, you have an opportunity. And also it's actually going to be a good opportunity for you guys to build experience through some of these things, or even after you finish the program. So finally, learning how to learn will also be very key because we know 4 weeks is a very short period of time. Some of you by third week will be on fire, will be like, we want more, and we can't wait for the next session. Yes, it's good to anticipate the next boot camp or program, but the truth is you can actually learn. um, Technology isn't something that is locked up somewhere. Only a few people in the world know it. Roland went and subscribed and has the notes, and you guys don't. No, I don't own any of those big tech companies. I don't have any shares in Google. I wish I had, but I don't, you know. But the stuff that shall be sharing, the stuff that you'll be getting from any of the people at Cancer Code Foundation is available on the internet. So we want to show you how to learn, how to be a self-directed learner so that you can actually leverage the resources that are available online. When you get those MBs, don't just waste them on TikTok. You can actually learn something, get that skill. TikTok is good, right? But you can actually save up some data to actually upskill, build that skill that will help you, accelerate any area of your life. So that is it, my friends. That's what we'll be doing. I will be sharing with you a breakdown in terms of the schedule come next week before we start, so that you know what we shall be doing when, what are the more granular, because this is like general. Yeah, some things that as I did mention, that don't appear here, but we'll give you that breakdown when we shall be doing what. And then also the resources, you will receive them so that by Tuesday, You have finished an assignment and also have already gone through a resource. I hope you understood. Maybe to take us back to the slides, our time is already going, so let me just use like a minute. Okay, I'll mention that maybe later on. So some of you are like, oh, Roland, what happens after the Alpha Techie course? So this is more or less a learner pathway for us. When you join the Alpha Techie course, and I'm not saying some of you are senior 4, senior 6 artists, but we know majority are, but then also graduate. So just for you, you've been in the space for a long time and you're tired of just spectating, you want to join. So you join our Alpha Techie course, you do it well, you graduate, and then once you apply for any other programs, let's say the front end, back end, the WordPress, project management, you then have access to it, but you need to first obviously pass a pre-entry assessment just to verify that, yeah, you have or you qualify for any of those courses. We don't want to throw you in a front-end course, yet you're a beginner and things become fire for you. So that's the path. I think I'll only share your path. The other path is when you're finished, or some people want to join directly. They have to do an assignment. If they pass, they qualify for any of the software engineering, the advanced software engineering courses. And once they're finished, they be part of our community. And our community, they'll have lots of opportunities that we throw there. And we also, it's the first place really that we look at in case there are any opportunities that come through events. You're always up to date with any events we are having so that you're able to participate. So let me conclude with this, then we can jump into the questions. So key things to note, time for classes, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays, yeah, when we'll be having our online classes. In between, we'll be having breakout sessions. Because we are a very big class, we won't all be in this. We won't spend most of our time being together like on a call like this, yeah. We'll be having breakout sessions where you'll be assigned to different teaching assistants. And during the week when you don't have classes, based on the timing that the teaching assistants will provide to you, you guys will be meeting. And yeah, it will not be teaching. They won't be teaching you. You'll be more or less getting guidance, being unblocked where things don't make sense. That assignment that didn't work out well, you get feedback and stuff like that, right? But the actual days when we meet, not for again teaching, you will realize most of the things you want to do, you won't have someone active. Oops, someone has a little one. Let's just mute them. Yeah, so you won't be having like a lecture kind of thing. It will be, we jump on a call. We're like, guys, how was that assignment? Share what you've done. I love what you're doing. This is good. This is good. Clarity on what we've learned, A, B, C, D. Quiz just to check how we are doing. And we move on. We want you to be self-directed learners. So make sure that to get the most out of the classes, you have gone through the recordings and the assignment, you have done it. So morning sessions, Tuesday, Thursday, 11 a.m. to 12, evening, 8 p.m. to 10. And in case of any changes, that will be communicated, but those are the standard times we'll be working with. And how it will be Zoom calls online. Saturdays, we'll be having physical sessions. We encourage you guys to be a part of those sessions. Sessions are from 2:30 to 5 at the Innovation Village. We'll always communicate whenever those physical sessions happen, uh, 2 or 1 day before, sometimes 3 days before, so that you guys can plan better. Communication channels, we'll be using WhatsApp, email, Slack, and most especially, I believe all of you on the call have already joined the WhatsApp channel. If you're not, I've sent an email, check, you must have received an email. In case of any communication, you can either air it through, you receive, or you can give it through WhatsApp, email, or Slack channel that will be created. Yeah, so we know sometimes Slack is not very convenient for some of you, but we'll see how best to work with that. Teams, yes, we're going to create teams for you. Your big class, as I mentioned, we'll break you out. We'll have those teams created so you guys are paired or are mapped to a teaching assistant. You'll have those weekly assignments. Actually, let me say, should I say every time we meet for a class, you will have as an assignment to do prior to the class, and we'll be evaluating you on a weekly basis to see how you are progressing and give you guidance where necessary. Capstone project, the one I mentioned at the end, you'll be building something for somebody, and this is going to be an individual project. All of you, you'll be building something, yeah? We want it to be individual. In the next session, in the next boot camps that we have, if you're willing to attend or enroll, we'll be having you guys build projects in teams. But now, we want to see you do it yourself. So with those many words, allow me to take us back to slide 1, and we can have those questions. I hope the presentation helped you just get to know what everything is all about. I'm going to stop the slides and then we can jump into those questions. Okay, so did we understand what I just shared? Maybe just a thumbs up or something, or a comment in the chat. Did we get it? Did we pick it? Did we pick it, like it? Yeah, we understood it. Okay, okay. All right, so I will now ask, in case you have any questions, please feel free to forward. Okay, just unmute or raise your hand, and then I'll ask you to unmute to share a question. I believe you have something to ask. I don't want to assume that I shared everything. Okay, someone says I've understood. That presentation was informative. Okay. I've never had such a thing happen. No question. No one asked me whether when we meet, we shall have snacks to eat. Oh, that's not a question you want to ask. Okay. Are the online sessions on Saturday? Let me check the chat. There could be some questions. Okay. Okay, someone says I have understood. Okay, let me just go through and see. Someone didn't attend yesterday's session. You can just check out Twitter, kanzucode.org. You'll find the recording there. Hello, good evening. I was wondering if there are online sessions on Saturday in case you can't attend. We'll do our best to avail an online link, online session for Saturday, but most likely it usually doesn't go well online, given the timing, but we'll do our best, yeah? In case it doesn't happen on Saturday, maybe another time when you meet with your TA, you can always have time to meet with them online. Yeah, I've gotten something. I've understood. Session was informative. How do we join the Slack channel? You receive an email to join the Slack channel. Are there online sessions? I think I've addressed the online session thing on Saturday. I think most of it was addressed at last time. Okay, someone says most of the things they were to ask, they were addressed. What about if you miss a session? Noah, who has asked that question, Noah Karen, please don't even think about missing a session. If you think you're going to miss, please communicate, but I don't want you guys to miss. You see, once you miss a session, you kind of like go a step back. Yeah. And now next session you'll join, you'll be like as if you're in catch-up mode. You're trying to catch up. And you imagine if you miss 1, 2, 3 sessions, you will be 3 steps back. And you'll feel, in your mind, you'll feel you're behind. And you'll be struggling to catch up. So, yes, pre-recorded material will be shared, but you never know what will be shared in class. Okay? So if you can, we have those 2 provisions, morning and evening, at least attend one of them. Okay, what if, where is the Innovation Village found? In Tinder Complex, yeah? If you're in around Kampala, it's in Tinder Complex, yeah. Session was, I have understood. I missed some segments of this session. Yes, the recording will be provided in case individuals fail to complete this. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, that's a good question. If you're not doing assignments, guys, if you're not doing assignments that will be given, we are sorry, but I don't think we will be in position to continue with you if you consistently don't do assignments. And we don't see any reason why you're not doing them. We shall say bye-bye, okay? Kindly requesting for clarity about, what is it? Class time, how many days? It's 2 days, Christine, 2 days, and that's Thursday and Tuesday. We have morning class 11 and evening class at 8 p.m. The in-week classes on days when we don't have those sessions, Thursday and Tuesday, will be communicated based on your team. You'll be meeting in your teams. Sorry for not attending yesterday. Would like to know, as if I've gone through this already. I would like to know if others are doing exams as well. Okay, I'm not sure if others are doing exams, but I know university students must be doing their final exams for the semester. Relevant software has to be installed on our computers. No need to worry. Just come. Okay, if you want to install, look for a tool called Visual Studio Code. It's a code editor. Install it. But if you don't know it, it's okay. We'll get to do it. You will see it in the pre-recorded material. The first session that you receive will have what you need to install. Yeah. And then the other question, how will I know I have enrolled into the program? You're going to get an email to confirm, Fatuma. You'll get an email to confirm that you've been, given a go-ahead to join us. Can someone attend both sessions in a day? Yes, you can attend both sessions in a day if you have the time, no problem. Requirements for you to access the Innovation Village and be recognized by the training. You will just mention that you are from the Cancer Code Foundation. In any case, it's that only one day. Please don't go on days where we don't have classes. You won't be allowed to go there. So when we have classes, you have access. Yeah, there'll be a room designated for that session. So you'll come and you'll find us there. So yeah, you won't have trouble joining. Akira is doing exams. Okay, understood. Are we going to learn JavaScript? Yes, that will be interested. The next program that is starting on 7th of June, we'll be learning JavaScript, not in the Alpha Techie course. I'm just a beginner. Will I be able to catch up with you guys? Yes. The program is for beginners. Kansime. This program, 4 weeks, is totally for beginners. So you are in safe hands. Okay. Any other questions? Or we are good? Any other questions or we are good? Yes, Ronnie.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Roland, for the session. That has been really impactful. My question is, how do I appear at the Innovation Village? Because I'm staying so near. I'm in Namgongo, but I can easily access that place. So, how do I appear? Like, how do I have access? Do I just get there and I say that I'm part of the council code, and then that's how I get access in? Or I've never been there, so that's why I asked.
Okay, there's at the entrance, they won't ask you much. You're able to enter, but all you need to know is the room you're going to. But in case you're asked, you can always let them know. Cancer Code Foundation, we have a session here today. They know us. They are our partner. Yeah, so they know what to do. You won't have trouble really joining us. I hope it's okay.
Okay, Roland. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much. That's very okay.
Okay. Any other? We're good. We're good. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Okay, so I'll assume everyone is okay. Thank you so much for your time. And yeah, it's been nice just sharing with you about what we do, what we are going to be covering in the program. And I only hope that you guys will join us. Once you receive that confirmation, you join us and happily participate in the program. So in case you joined us a little bit late, the recording is going to be shared, and on your email, you receive a recording, and yeah, go through it in case you missed something. Otherwise, it's me, Roland, and the team from Kanzu Code Foundation wishing you a very great weekend, and just hoping to have you guys join us next week. Thank you, and God bless.